We play against Monaco. We need our best performance to steal some points. They're the best team in the league, for sure. And we are very focused to play against them. We need our best performance.
For this match, we play Schalke. We know that it's a very good team. They are second on the league. I think they are favorite on this match because they have a good result and they have a physical team, a strong team. We know that it will be a difficult match, but we will try to do our best to take some points, and let's see.
Schalke versus AS Monaco. Harry, our final game of another incredible day's action. What's been your pick so far, and what are you expecting for this one?
Well, I mean, the picks so far, the goals just keep on coming. The last game we saw, obviously, as we said, was a goal fest. I expect a very similar situation here, and I feel for Schalke 04 because when you look at the table, yeah, they're second in the league. They're doing great. They've scored some fantastic points so far. They've been really good value for their money based on the players they have at their disposal. But when you look at the two teams in the league table, you would fully expect, when you look at the league on paper, to have those two teams reversed. You might think that, oh, Monaco should be second and Schalke should be a little bit further down, but that's not the case this season. Monaco have looked a little bit slow to the party at times, and hopefully for their sake they can start to turn things around. And unfortunately for Schalke, I feel like they other teams have poked the bear, so to speak, of Monaco. And after the disappointing result from them last week, or last match day, I should say, in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, I think Monaco are out for blood here. Lotfi in the video said that Schalke are considered favourites. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. I think this one could be very, very dangerous for Schalke 04.
Well, let's see if that indeed plays out. For that to happen, of course, Schalke certainly wouldn't want to concede early, but it is they who start on the front foot and almost force what would have been an unlikely opener. We expect Schalke to be slightly more defensive than Monaco. And happy to sit in, dig in, almost play the dirty side of the game sometime. They have come off the back of some possible, on paper anyway, favourable fixtures. They now have a heavyweight, and the question is, how can they live up to that task? Because on their day, they can beat anyone, but equally, on Monaco's day, they can be world champions, and I think that's possibly the difference here.
And they've proven it in seasons past, haven't they? There's a reason they're back-to-back eFootball.Pro champions. Of course, this season in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, they expect nothing less. Defensively, they've been suspect in previous match days. They've certainly conceded much more goals than we're accustomed to seeing them concede. And that's something maybe that Schalke can look to exploit. But I fully expect them to come forward and attack in an attacking style like this.
Good defending in the end there. Just the interception coming in right at the death. But Monaco come again here. Lovely back heel there from AS MONACO. And Kilju just couldn't quite get on the end of it. But good interchanges there. Kilju again, finds Lotfi. Now AS MONACO just comes off his heel. And Schalke complete the clearance. And definitely it seems to be, if Schalke are to get any change here, it'll be on the counter-attack or a possible set piece, because Monaco are absolutely bossing early possession. And they have it again here. Out towards Asmakabal, the captain, the talisman. He's had a fairly quiet eFootball.Pro IQONIQ season so far, Harry, would you say, on his standards?
Those Maccabeal standards, yeah, of course. I mean, 3-time world champion, 2-time eFootball.Pro champion. 3 goals, 3 assists so far. He certainly would have expected to have much more by this stage of the season. But we speak about some players, you know, thriving in that studio environment. I think Usman's certainly one of them. He's done it on the world stage so many times. He's so used to turning up and getting business done. He doesn't have the nerves like he does in other situations. That's not me saying that he's having nerves being sat in his own living room or bedroom or wherever he's playing these matches from. But I think he thrives off of that sort of studio audience and that kind of business environment. I think he certainly would love to get back to the eFootball studio as soon as possible, as would we all.
Chance to play it through here. Ricochets up and just doesn't quite fall for Lotfi. Fired downfield. Of course, Schalke have been in a decent run of form themselves. And that's why they find themselves up in the top parts of the league. But it's Monaco who get in again here. It's Lotfi, the goal scorer. Turns home at the near post. And it was a scruffy goal, Harry, but they all count.
Yeah, they do. Good bit of tenacity shown there from Kilsey. I thought the chance had gone once the tackle had come in from the Schalke defender. He loses the ball momentarily. 3 defenders actually converge on him. A bit of miscommunication there. Yes, you all want to try and win the ball back and make the play, but you're almost getting in each other's way there if you're the Schalke defenders. But yeah, good finish by Lotfi. That will certainly set the tone for the rest of the game. I mean, the opening half an hour, the virtual half an hour that is, has been mostly one-way traffic. We haven't seen much to write home about from Schalke so far.
4th goal of the season for Lotfi. 4 assists as well. They haven't scored bucket loads of goals this season, but apart from Barcelona aside, they've performed in pretty much every game week in terms of getting the points on the board. 33 minutes gone here. Now, this is a real tough ask for Schalke 04 here, Harry, because we said how they'll probably play on the counter. They'll probably try and hit a few set pieces and play a little bit direct at times. They now find themselves behind. It could be 2. It is 2. It's Lotfi again. It's 5 for the season so far. And it's a huge uphill task now for Schalke.
I was about to say, yeah, you keep it at 1-0 going into the half. You can make some changes, you regroup, you reinforce. But the pass here from Usmakabeel, the press can't get there in time. Lotfi, that's an easy brace he's got already here in the first half. He could be well on his way towards a hat-trick. And Schalke, yeah, look dejected, don't they? They know they've let a couple of goals slip here against the Monaco team that, I mean, we heard from Eldridge just before, the Manchester United captain. He said that Monaco like to attack. We're seeing that here. And Schalke, they're giving the ball away far too easily. They've gotten away with it in some earlier weeks when they give the ball away like that, but not against Monaco.
Oh, it's another chance at the near post. Fired. And this could be a cricket score if Schalke don't wake up. 2-0 down, and it could so easily have been 3 here, and it's Lotfi again on a hat-trick. Tipped wide of the target. And they have a corner. It's going to be Kilsey to take it, who's been by his standards, a bit of a bystander, watching the other 2 work their magic in terms of assists and goals. He's kind of just sitting there and trying to gel pieces of play together. People talking about waking the monster or the beast in AS Monaco after their rude awakening to life as a team on defeat last match day, and they've performed very, very dangerously, haven't they?
They have indeed. I mean, El Matador there, yeah, he finally feeds Irma, but why not go over the top with that kind of pass, try and catch Monaco on the break? Instead, that's going to allow Kilju to come back and, as you said, do that dirty work. This is the Monaco we're so used to seeing. And they are just putting together the performance that they need to here against Schalke. They want to be further up the table than they find themselves currently. So, as reigning, defending champions, you hold yourself to a high standard. And again, after the previous match day, losing to Barcelona, they are now playing catch-up effectively for the rest of the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ season, and are hoping that the Catalan club will slip up at some points.
Yeah, long task now, or hard task for Schalke in this second half. Beating Monaco is always difficult, and to almost have to do it from 2-0 down is like having one arm tied behind your back in this second half, because you're playing against a Monaco team who love to counter-attack as well. Lotfi, he's sort of the first line of the press, isn't he? Every time Schalke get the ball, it's Lotfi's there as the first line of defence. Oh, it's brilliant play by Schalke though, saved by the goalkeeper, and they've got the goal, which brings them back into the match when it looked so bleak. In the blink of an eye, well, game on. Just what the game needed.
He spoke about the Lotfi press. This long ball unlocks the key. Merriman, the eventual goal scorer, is the man who plays it. This is what we wanted to see from Schalke. More risks being taken in the long ball like that. He saw something, did Merriman, and the rebound comes to him as well. And you can see muted celebrations. They're not quite there yet. They know there is still work to be done here in this second half, and more Monaco attacks to come as well. But it's a good start. It's a good start from Schalke.
It is a very, very good start to this second half. A start that was much needed. Merriman on 4 goals and 3 assists. Not necessarily high-flying, but a fair return. And Irma now plays it out towards El Matador. They've got their stride on go now as he's in again here, and it's another chance, and he scores. And just like that, from 2-0 down, they've dragged the game back to 2-2. They've breathed life into their eFootball.Pro League. And what a turnaround, Harry. Simple as that. What can you say?
Well, he won best goal on Matchday 2. I don't think this one will be winning awards anytime soon, but he won't mind whatsoever. El Matador fires it home past the goalkeeper. It's a defensive mistake, really. I mean, credit Irma here, playing the ball into Merriman. The touch is loose. The pass ricochets off a Monegasque defender. El Matador follows the ball into the goal. And there's a bit of a celebration from the captain on the left-hand side, Merriman. And now the comeback. It's not quite complete, but you're on level terms.
And this is one of those moments, like earlier in the stream, Harry, that I'll want to know in the interviews after the game, whether they've changed anything at half-time, Schalke, because like with the Arsenal performance, they were dead and buried at half-time, and something's gone, something's switched, and they've got the bit between their teeth. They're playing much more direct, they're taking more risks, but I want to know, most importantly, is it a mentality switch or is it tactical as well? I'm sure we can see that on the field as we speak. Harry, if you're witnessing anything that you're seeing differently from Schalke so far in the second half?
They're just looking after the ball much better, aren't they? I mean, if Irma's on...
He's in again here. It's a chance for 3. They could really turn this game on its head. From 2-0 down to 2-1 to 2-2 to 3-2. Schalke 04 take a bow. Because if you're to get 3 points from this game, that's an incredible performance.
Wow, how he stayed onside here, Irma. I am not too sure, but the finish is immaculate. Cool as you like, one-on-one. Sometimes when you're fed the ball like this from Merriman and you have this amount of time to get your head up and see that it's you in a 1v1 situation, you can freeze. But he picked his spot and went with it. The Romanian on Schalke 04, Adrian Irma, coming through to fire Schalke into the lead. The comeback now complete. Can they hold it? That's the question.
Well, let's flip this to the other side now, Harry. We were waxing lyrical about Monaco in the first half. Is this complacency? Is this a tactical thing? Have they dropped off? Or is this simply that Schalke have been too strong for them?
It's really strange from Monaco this season. We're so used to, I mean, look at who they've got on the bench. The likes of Ballo Touré, who was in their first team last season. Fofana was in the first team. Ben Yedder was in the first team. They're all on the bench. And you even
this could be 9 points given away, you know, consecutively.
Yeah, it's really strange. I'm not sure what's going on with the Monaco boys currently, but this game is by no means over. They still have time, of course, a virtual half an hour to go.
Focus. Ego, focus.
Well, if you ever needed a clue as to why you should never think a game is done in eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, this is it. 2-0 down at half-time. Utterly outplayed in that first half. And Schalke have had their shreddies and they've come out second half. And they are absolutely flying. Chance here, played it through. Good block though. Chance to counter-attack. Blocked out. Now it's going to be Monaco doing all the pressing. It's in again here. The defence have missed it. And Monaco are back on level terms. And this game is turning into a Barcelona-Manchester United all over again. Goals galore.
Great finish from Kilzu. The youngest man on the team coming through. This is nice control from Ismakabil. Finds Lotfi, actually, I believe it was, who finds Ismakabil, who then finds the eventual goal scorer. Now, back on level terms, as you say. And this has just turned into a straight shootout. Not of a penalty variety, but more of a gunslinging shootout. Who's going to score the more goals?
.65 minutes on the clock. 3-3 the score. 1-0 to Monaco. 2-0 to Monaco. 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 to Schalke. 3-3 between these two great clubs. The latest of the goals coming from Kilzu, taking his tally to 7 for the season. And another chance here for Monaco to score a 4th goal, which would put them back in front. And we talk about what a brilliant performance second half it's been from Schalke. But if they were to concede again now, and after all that hard work, then go and lose the game anyway, I mean, that would be utterly heartbreaking. And that might be what's going to happen, as the captain, as Ismakabil, just can't quite find enough power to sneak it under the goalkeeper, Harry.
Yeah, take a look at this, just slight shift. I was going to say from El Matador, but he actually didn't have a hand in that whatsoever. That was all the AI goalkeeping. Good shove around the side. And don't forget, these two clubs, two of the oldest clubs in the eFootball.Pro history. They were two founding members. So these two have really been obviously chopping and changing lineups. It was obviously 2v2 in the first season. They've added faces. They've let go of some faces here and there, but they've got to know each other very well over the years, and this matchup has not disappointed this season.
No, it has not. And it's going to be Jovetic to take this corner. Whipped in towards the near post. Oh, straight down the throat of Langer. You've got a feeling, unless there's a goal in the next 5 minutes, the final 10 could be very, very cagey, because neither team would want to lose it from here. It's in towards Jovetic, turns, and it's another chance, and Kilsju comes to life. 2 goals in 10 minutes of gameplay, and the game has switched again, Harry.
Swinging from one way to the next, but Monaco, they reinstate their lead. Kilsju is quickly becoming a member of this team that you can rely on to bag goals. He's now up on 8 for the season, and there were lots of questions asked of him in the 2019-2020 season when he joined the reigning champions, when it did switch to a 3 versus 3 format. Is he the right man for this team? He's come up clutch so many times. He's saved their skin so many times since then, and he could be saving them 3 very, very valuable points here against Schalke 04.
Well, if Monaco are able to go all the way in this competition, they may just look back on this game as the defining moment, as the referee blows for a free kick and a possible, I was going to say a possible red card. It looked close. Last man, what a free kick! What a sensational finish. And just when you thought this game was done, we have our 8th goal, and it's Schalke who have got it to equal the scores at 4-4. And Harry, I'm running out of words to describe the action, because that was imperious.
Look at this for a free kick. This is the angle I want to see. Look at the spin on this. I said his first goal of the game, El Matador, wouldn't win any awards. This one's up for contention, I think. This one's certainly in the conversation. What a free kick with Harrit. And this final 10 minutes, don't blink. This could go either way still.
He might just have bagged himself 10,000 euros with that finish, because that'll be tough to beat in terms of best goals. 6 goals for the season now. And Schalke now are looking like they might want to try and go and win this game. Don't blink. We thought that Barcelona-Manchester United might be the picture piece, so to speak, of this week in terms of the amount of goals, but we've got 9! We've got another goal for Monaco! And you just cannot write the script here, because we simply do not know what's going to happen from 1 minute to the next. This is utterly incredible, bizarre and brilliant all at the same time.
I think the smile from Lotfi says it all. It's Kilsju, his hat-trick completed. And I said he's a man that Monaco have come to rely on to score goals and finish passages of play. I'm going to say it again. You could copy and paste my commentary from his second goal into his third. You can copy and paste
their reactions as well from the other goal.
You really could. What a finish from Kilsju under immense pressure. And now it's time for some changes for Schalke. I must admit, for their resiliency and their bounce-back ability, I would be disappointed for Schalke. If they don't come away with anything from this game, I would be heartbroken for them. But this has been nothing less than a bloodbath.
You don't have more pauses. C'est le dernier pause.
Je lui dirai la prochaine, c'est pas moi, frère.
Well,
Allez,
7 minutes remaining here, Harry. It'll probably end 8-all at this rate, as Schalke come forward again. As Makabal fires downfield looking for the run from Lotfi. And Kilsju really come to the boil now in the last half an hour, after my words of he was a bit of a passenger in the first half, watching the assists and goals from the other two, and I think he heard me.
I think he did. He's fired himself to the top. I think he's joint top currently league-wide of goal scorers, so he has been Absolutely incredible this match day, as he has been on previous match days as well, as Monaco look to return to winning ways. But can Schalke defy them?
Last minute. We've got 6 minutes of added on time due to the amount of goals we've had in this second half. Can Schalke muster one more chance to equalise right at the death and make it double-digit haul for goals? It's Harrit from the corner, whipped in, headed away, out towards the edge of the area. Chance for Merriman. Shot comes in, blocked and counter away. And Monaco anywhere will do as he tries to lob the goalkeeper at the other end. And it drops to Lange. And we are now deep into the final minute of added on time. It's a long ball forward. It drops here to Irma. And he can't get a toe to the ball. And even the AS Monaco guys are smiling there with a brief sigh of relief, because they knew that that could have been another goal, Harry. Where do we start?
Where do we start? I don't know. I'm not sure we've got enough tape for the highlight reel. There's just too many goals to speak of. That was absolutely crazy. And yeah, we saw the reactions of the Monaco boys. They know they got away with one there. That was a crazy game, 9 goals, but it's a painful one to be on the losing end of after you came back from 2-0 down to 3-2 to then take the lead at 4-3. Heartbreaking. But Monaco, they've been here, they've done this before, and yeah, just you can compare the two reactions, the two body languages right now. But you got to shake it off. You got to move on to the second game. There's confirmation, by the way, of the kills you hat-trick. There were so many goals that also Lotfi and El Matador were 1 goal away from joining in with a hat-trick that game as well. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, indeed. An incredible game all around. I'm absolutely exhausted, if I'm being honest. I've run out of words. I probably won't even be able to end the show at this rate. It was just incredible to watch, and you will feel, obviously, heartbroken for Schalke 04, but taking some positives from it. You've taken one of the greatest teams of the last sort of 3 to 4 years, and you've taken them all the way, and scoring 4 goals against them is no mean feat. But, yeah, really tough to take. From a Monaco point of view, they certainly weren't at their best defensively, but in the attacking third, they were pretty electric. The question is, Harry, we've got another game.
We do.
Can they possibly do that again?
I hope so. Probably not for your heart or my heart or anyone else watching's heart, but I hope we see more goals, to be honest with you. I know Schalke, again, disappointed with the loss in the end. But can we just talk about how different a team they look this season compared to last? I mean, the injection of Irma, he's been an absolute revelation after his performance in the Euros last summer. He's gotten the call up to Schalke, and they just look a completely different roster. Yes, they don't pick up any points there in the first game, but could you have seen the Schalke of last season take Monaco all the way to 9 goals? I mean, I'm not sure. I couldn't see it personally, but
I mean, I know the question that I'm going to ask you at the start of next match day is always usually, you know, what was your highlight from the previous match day? I don't think I need to ask that question next one, do I?
Well, yeah, we saw another imperious performance from the Palmer, don't forget. So I might have to go back to the drawing board on that one and try and weigh up the pros and cons. But yeah, we've seen so many goals. It feels like we say it week in, week out here in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, but every single week just throws up new challenges, new surprises, new contenders, new disappointments. It's absolute anarchy here. And I don't think you could predict it going into any game week as to who is going to come out on top. It's absolutely topsy-turvy.
So, one final game to go. It's almost a pity that wasn't the final game. Or what would be even better is the next game is equally as entertaining. But we've certainly saved some of the best action till the final match for sure. As we just see another few examples of some of the 9 goals. It's a little bit disappointing we didn't get that double-digit haul of 10. That would have been pretty special. But 9 goals is probably more than enough, probably justifies the entry fee, so to speak. And yeah, just where do we go from here? What do the teams do? Because if you're Schalke, you've just played one of the games of your life and you've got nothing from it. I mean, do you do the same and just hope you're slightly better defensively?
I think if anything, it depends where their mentality is at, because you have to, if you look at that result on paper, you've just scored 4 goals against the back-to-back champions of the league. If your mentality's in that kind of state, then yeah, you're ready to go again for game 2. But if your mind's in the gutter and you're thinking, we could have won that, we didn't get any points from that, and you're looking at it from a negative standpoint, then that's where Monaco smell blood. That's where they start to really sense the fear and put you to the sword. So we'll see what kind of Schalke turns up. Obviously, in game 2, we are just getting the players reconnected to the lobby and making sure everything's fair and square as we look.
It almost felt in that game that, yeah, it almost felt in that game that for Monaco, from a Monaco point of view, it was like they were like a prodded tiger. They were kind of responding to conceding goals, then going again, then sitting back, then conceding, then going again. It's definitely not the same Monaco that I'm used to. I must admit. They can definitely be got at this season, and that's probably one of the biggest takeaways. They're still scoring the goals, but defensively, Harry, they're looking a little bit all over the place at times, and something they could possibly work on.
Yeah, potentially. And I think last season we spoke about it as well, didn't we? They've always looked a little bit susceptible at times on the defensive aspect. But that's not the brand of football that Monaco play. That's not how they've won their 2 league titles. It's through attack, and it's outscoring the opponent and getting in these slugfests and these shootouts and coming out on top more often than not based on their pure amount of skill. I'm still looking at their bench and seeing players that we are so used to seeing them utilised last season, and they're moving away from them this time around. Like Gelson Martins, of course, Ben Yedder again. These players like Fofana used to be staples last season, but clearly they've gone for some other personnel in their midfield, Monaco. So interesting decisions being made.
Well, the time for talking is almost up as we approach the second game in this final matchup between Schalke 04 and AS Monaco. We've seen some incredible action as always, and hopefully you've enjoyed it so far watching at home. Remember your 300 points for eFootball.Pro if you watch through the campaign link, and you can also follow all of this action on the respective club channels as well. And it is AS Monaco that get us underway, kicking from left to right. They've given it away straight away, and Schalke look to attack, but cleared downfield by the goalkeeper. Usmakabal with a pretty unique wayward pass there. Uncharacteristic, you could say.
You could say that. I think these early stages of the match are going to be key to see exactly where the mentality of the Schalke boys are at after that exhausting first game. You need to be in the right mindset, and they're giving chase to these loose balls, which is always a good sign.
They've started quite brightly, haven't they?
They have indeed in an attacking sense, but defensively is where they need to be sure. They would like a much more confident performance in that aspect of the game. And if you can put that up against Monaco, you've proven that already that you can pin them back in their own half and score goals yourself. So it's just about figuring out that last piece of the puzzle in terms of the defence.
Yeah, it was a brilliant interception there from El Matador. They'll need plenty more of that as the game goes on. I've almost got an adrenaline come down after that last game, so we'll have to try and pick it back up again. As lovely bit of skill there, whips in towards the near post, chance to head it goalwards, headed away, drops to Irma on the edge of the area, who couldn't quite get on the cross in the first place, and now El Matador Back to Irma, whipped in. Just couldn't quite find its way through to captain Merriman. And Monaco on the counter where they can be so dangerous and hacked down by El Matador. He's got to be careful here. As the referee comes over,
in my
card
opinion.
to...
It's a good foul to get.
Yellow card. Well, it wouldn't have been a good foul had he have brandished a red, which could possibly have happened if it was slightly more mistimed. Coming in from behind like that. Got to be careful. Out towards this right-hand side. Chance to counter here. Played through towards El Matador. He's got support in the middle from Irma. Just couldn't quite find a man in blue. And Monaco come away again. And we've started this game, even though we've had no goals, but it's been equally as open as that first match. Great challenge there coming in from Kills-You. And now it breaks here first. Macabal tries to turn it across the face. Blocked behind for a corner. Just starting to build up a head of steam now, Harry.
They are indeed. Corner swung in, slightly wasted, but this is the Monaco we're used to seeing more often than not. But we were asking questions about the Schalke defence. They're doing well so far. They have a counter on here as well.
Just crowded out there by Zotfi and Usmakabal, and he now finds it. A pass through to Kills-You, but good challenge coming in from Merriman, the captain. Whack downfield towards a halfway line. Not the most beautiful of football at this moment in time. Of course, this next game is so crucial for Schalke. They need to get some points on the board. Good save coming in, though.
Well, corner to be swung in. Again, Schalke looking a little bit shaky at times at the back. Corner swung in. Oh, it's a goal. Usmakabeel gets the goal for all his hard work across these two games. Wonderful goal. Straight from the corner. Usmakabeel. And it swung in just straight down the middle. It had so much pace on it already that the corner that Usmakabeel didn't really need to do too much to that. Just get his head on it. Direct it goalwards. Fantastic finish, and that's the sucker punch to Schalke. After all their hard work, they're down 1-0.
Brilliant set piece this time, even when things aren't quite going so well. Schalke again look for that instant response we're so used to seeing today. Sometimes set pieces can be the difference, and it has proved to be so far. Now we really see the strength of the Schalke mentality. Losing that first game so desperately in the final stages after a heroic comeback twice. And now they find themselves behind yet again. Harrit on this left-hand side. Played to Rama, now back to Harrit. Lovely play, scorer, of course, of that wonderful, wonderful free kick in that last game. Usmakabal forward towards Kills-You. On the turn, wins it back. Almost breaks through again to Kills-You. And we know that he's in red-hot form in front of goal. Mopping up whatever one-on-ones he gets. But he's going to turn provider here, in towards Lotfi. Tries to find Usmakabal. Still in the danger area and finally smashed away. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. And it's not been quite as many goals in this game, Harry, but we are having just as many attacking opportunities for both of these two sides. I'm going to ask you a question and then carry on talking because I thought there was going to be another chance. Now I'll go to you.
Yeah, it's certainly been an open game. I'm surprised we've only had the one goal so far. Monaco have been defending better. You can see there on the possession stats, 50% split straight down the middle, but I've said it in previous match day weeks, if you see Roma controlling Harit, that's when you know you're in trouble.
He's through here, El Matador. Just couldn't quite get enough space away from the defenders to get the shot away. Good defending, actually, in the end. Stayed with him toe-to-toe. Now Monaco come down the other end. They certainly don't want to concede at the end of the first half, Schalke, and they haven't. And it remains finally in the balance. And look at those stats from AS MONACO there.
Standing head and shoulders above the rest, isn't he? It's been a great game in truth to cap off what has been a fantastic match day 4. And I feel there is still goals in this game, whether it's going to come Monaco's way or if Schalke can lead a heroic fight back as they did in the first game. That remains to be seen, but they're playing with a lot more confidence, Schalke, than they had at the start of the season and even last season in general. They're going for those risky long balls and it's paying off for them at times, but it's just about finding that finishing touch here now.
Volland. Up towards the right-hand side, tries to play it through, gets a return. Another chance here for AS Monaco to extend their lead, but plays it straight at the goalkeeper.
I love watching his Maccabeel's face camera whenever he's got the ball and whenever something doesn't go quite to plan. He holds himself to such a high standard. He's always frustrated.
They're in again here, Monaco, and this time they do make them pay. And it's Lotfi, the goal scorer. 2-0 to Monaco. And more than Monaco we expect. Professional, clinical. And Schalke just haven't quite been at the races in this second game like they were in the first. A lovely pull through the middle. Onto his favourite right foot. And caressed into that far corner. Uphill task now, Harry.
Uphill task indeed, and a great combination as Maccabeel to Lotfi. It's been a tale as old as time in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, going back, I mean, we're approaching 3 seasons now between the two of them. It's been their stomping ground, and Lotfi is chiming in with goals exactly at the moment they need them. That makes things a little bit more secure. That is going to invite Schalke out a little bit more, and again, just looking at Merriman's camera there, I think he knows this one is a very, very tough ask indeed now.
Cool. Half an hour remaining of the second match in the final match of Matchday 4. It's broken through, and I just couldn't quite get any purchase. A toe, a heel, a stud towards goal, and we might have seen a route back into this game for Schalke. But now Monaco counter, and it's up towards Kilju. So dangerous now, Monaco, in this final stages. Good defending in the end, though, from El Matador. One goal changes everything here for the Germans. We've seen they can score 4. Whip round the corner. Good challenge again from El Matador. Fire downfield. Just can't quite get any possession in the dangerous phases of the game, Harry.
No, certainly not. They have a chance here, though, with a few blue shirts running forward, but once again, it's just a bit of a misplaced pass. They have another chance, though.
Ooh. It's like handbags there in the penalty area. The referee says no.
Again, it's not outside of the realms of possibility we can see Schalke come back into this game. Time is still... I mean, it's working against them, but there is still time on the clock. By my watch, there's about 25 in-game minutes left. And I mean, as we saw in the last game between these two clubs, they're perfectly capable of scoring goals whenever they want.
Schalke are 20 minutes or so away from leaving Matchday 4 with nothing after all of the effort they've put in, and that would be tough to take.
I mean, tough to take as well when you consider clubs around them in the table, like United, have dropped points today to Barcelona. They came away with nothing as well. So if Schalke can even get a point on the board here, you'd consider maybe not the greatest success in the world for them, but you still consider it something, you know, something to take from the match day in both a literal and a proverbial sense.
Langer, long ball up towards the halfway line. This is lovely football here from Schalke. Can they break into the dangers of the penalty area? No, they cannot. AS Monaco says no. Fired up towards the halfway line. Chance to counter here for AS Monaco. Out towards us, Macabal takes the challenge to El Matador. Beats him, gets the wrong side. Chance here, off the post from Lotfi. And away to safety. And that would have wrapped up all 6 points for AS Monaco and put them back in the title race. And they could get another chance here. It's as Macabal, it's the captain. And just like what's happened pretty much all season, he's not been quite at his best, Harry.
Yeah, just try to chip it over the keeper there, a slight lob. And, well, the keeper read it all the way. Yeah, Schalke living very dangerously. You feel like the AS Maccabi of last season perhaps would have put that one away, but they're still in the lead. And time right now is in their favour as well.
Luckily for AS Maccabi, he does have Kilju and Lotfi alongside him, who, when he has an off day, they tend not to. So another 3 points are mere minutes away. Beaten by Barcelona in matchday 3. 6 points taken off the table by the Spaniards. But they look to be back on course here. In towards the danger area. It's another chance here for Kilju. And it's game, set, match. We said one more would kill the tie. And it possibly flatters them again. Schalke haven't been quite as good as they were in the first game, but they haven't been poor. But AS Monaco thoroughly deserve another eFootball.Pro iconic victory. And it's a clinical finish again from Kilju.
Again from Kilju, who entered today as the third ranked top goal scorer in the eFootball.Pro iconic. He's going to leave today as the first man to break double digits in the goal scoring column. 10 goals for Kilju. He's had a fantastic performance. Somewhat muted, you could say, in a strange way, because we haven't spoken so much about him apart from whenever he scores the goals. But I mean, the goals are what matter to AS Monaco, and yeah, you're right, at this stage of the game, there's only 5 minutes to go. Kilju's 10th of the season is enough to secure all 6 points back to Monaco, the Monegasque club, of course, scoring maximum points today.
14 goals and assists combined there, which takes him pretty close now to the Palmer and co. And like you said, we've waxed lyrical about the Palmer, but in terms of raw goals, Kilju has to be right up there for a possible MVP shout for this game week. Can Schalke top off the day with a consolation, which they would deserve, I feel. They've been a little bit unlucky not to get on the score sheet in this second game. I think the first game, as you said, knocked the stuffing out of them, and they've not quite been able to recover. And the challenge goes in, and guess who it is? It's that man again. You just cannot stop this man from scoring. A few question marks about the challenge on the goalkeeper, but apparently He did not have the ball with both hands, in control of it. And it's 4-0 to Monaco. It looks like a rout. It really hasn't been, but clinical they have been.
Well, you've got to make that ball your own if you're the keeper there. We'll see it again from a better angle here. Kilsey just follows the ball.
You've got to take player and ball, haven't you?
You have to, and I think Kilsey is in complete... he's within his rights there to go for that ball. I don't think the referee needs to protect the goalkeeper in that kind of situation. Either way, it's up to 11 on the season now for Kilsey, by the way. And he just broke double digits. He's now looking to run away with the golden boot before the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ's even wrapped up.
He'll be on 20 next week. And it's finished here. Monaco 4, Schalke 0. They scored 5 in the first game, 4 in the second, 9 goals across the two. Importantly, they shored themselves up defensively. And on the day, they just about deserved to take all 6 points today. Harry, tough to take if you're a Schalke fan. Probably